A handful of biotech stocks saw big moves today, a few weeks ahead of the annual meeting of the American Society of Clinical Oncology, the year's biggest event for developments in the big money field of cancer research and medication. Meg Tirrel joins us with more now on the ASCO meeting, the newest drugs creating buzz and which companies investors are watching. Meg, what are the big themes expected to be at this year's meeting?
Hey, Tyler. So one of the big themes we've seen in years past and will continue to see this year is an immuno-oncology, and that's drugs that harness the immune system to fight cancer. Now, a lot of the big pharma companies are working on drugs in this space, including Bristol Myers, AstraZeneca, Merck, and Roche. So we'll be looking to see more data there, and of course, we saw some of that, as you mentioned, in the data drop we saw last night. Another big theme this year is one that we've seen over the last year, and that's in blood cancer. Some of these therapies now moving potentially beyond chemotherapy in areas like chronic lymphocytic leukemia, so that's a big new advance there. And finally, I think there will be a lot of discussion around cancer drug prices. Now, of course, this isn't therapy, but this has been a huge and growing issue as some of these new cancer drugs get very expensive.
So I understand, Meg, that there are a lot of abstracts or a lot of studies that come out just before the meeting. What can you tell us about what investors as well as consumers can expect to hear from all of that?
Yeah, a big data drop with more than 5,000 studies coming out of the meeting in advance. And so, of course, you're seeing a lot of stocks move today as investors are reacting to that news. Now, Bristol Myers is an interesting one. They're one of the leaders in immuno-oncology, but it shows how high the expectations there are in that space. Bristol Myers actually getting downgraded today by an analyst at BMO who is disappointed with some combination data in lung cancer from some of its therapies. So that stock fell today. Also, some disappointment in a very early stage trial of an immunotherapy drug from a company called Incyte. That stock also down today, but that was a very, very small study, only in 8 patients, and we should see updated data at the meeting. Now, in some more positive news, saw a positive lung cancer study from AstraZeneca, and of course, this is very important in the context of Pfizer's $106 billion bid for the company. AstraZeneca, putting a lot of emphasis on its cancer drug pipeline, says that this drug could potentially bring in $3 billion in peak sales, so that positive data is a boon for AstraZeneca. But in an interesting twist, we also saw the stock rise of a small biotech company called Clovis, which has a similar drug, and analysts are saying that data from AstraZeneca makes Clovis's drug look even better, so that stock went way up.
All right, Meg, thank you very much. And to read more about the companies that are working on cancer treatments, head to our website, nbr.com.